Hi, everyone. I'm Mark, and a certified financial coach and friend of Sarah Jackson, who is a certified professional life coach, owner of Jackson Life Coach, and host of the Jackson Life Coach podcast. I'm so excited to have her here today and to dive into some questions with her. Sarah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you, Mark?
Fantastic. Love that you're
Good.
here. Thank you for your time.
Thank
I'm
you.
Absolutely. So I just want to jump in and ask you, what led you to coaching?
Well, that's a lifelong answer, but in the short version, I've had a lot of careers in my life. I've had my own nail salon. I've worked in retail and management, all the things. And when one of the businesses that we owned, I knew that I was going to have to quit doing it at a certain point. And I thought, okay, what do I want to do next? And a girlfriend of mine who is also a coach in Texas called me and she said, hey, have you ever thought about being a coach? And a year prior to her calling, I actually had looked what is a coach? What is this all about? And I kind of put it on hold. I didn't think any more about it until she called and she was like, Sarah, you've been coaching people like since I've known you, and I've known her over 20 years. And so she is the reason that kind of spurred me in that direction and led me to it, because she saw something in me I didn't see self. And so I give her all the credit.
That's awesome. Do you think having some of those businesses that you've had in the past prior to coaching, do you think that that has given you the background and the experience to coach?
Uh yeah. I think that I used to get a little frustrated because here I'm married to somebody who's an occupational therapist and has been in his career over 30 years. And I'm like, why couldn't I have had one career that has been like this lifelong thing? But mine wasn't. It was owning a nail salon, it was managing a coffee shop, it was retail management, it was having a leather business. Um, all of those things have put me in front of different people and I've always been a really good listener. And in all of my jobs, I've had to listen to clients and figure out, stuff they're going through and help them through that. So, yes, it's always been coaching really clients without the title.
I can 1000% attest to your skills in listening. You've listened to me on so many occasions, Sarah. It's just such a fantastic skill that you have. And I know that you have really impacted my life just by through those skills and listening and providing feedback. Tell me about a time when someone really has impacted your life.
Well, I'm going to give two examples. One is you. I am forever grateful that God placed you in my life. And, you know, back then, when I was leading an FPU class and my husband couldn't help me with it, I was like, I need somebody to help me with this class. And it led me to reaching out to you because we were both Ramsey preferred coaches at the same time. And so we are like iron sharpening iron. Like, it has been amazing the work that we have done together. So, first of all, you have impacted my life greatly because you've made me a better version of myself. And I am super thankful for that. Um, I
I
should
love
say
that.
three people.
Thank
I should
you.
say three because my husband has been super impactful for me. We are polar opposites, and I didn't marry till much later in life, but he's so much the opposite of me that we balance each other. So he has kind of calmed me down when I can be hot-headed or short-tempered or sarcastic. He's kind of calmed me down a little. And so he has been impactful in my life in that way. But one of the most impactful people in my life was our neighbor growing up. Her name was Lila. And I didn't become a Christian until I was 25 years old. And I remember the day I lived two doors down from her at the time. And I went to tell her because I was so elated with joy. I couldn't wait to share this with her because I knew that she would be excited about it. And she was in her 90s at the time. And when I went to share with her, she started crying. And I was like, no, wait. It's a good thing. Why are you crying? And she said, because I've been praying for your family for over 40 years and I almost gave up.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
that has been such a rock in my life to remember when things get hard, or when you're praying for your business or your family or whatever it is. Like, there's people out there that are praying for you or encouraging you or whatever, so I need to be that for somebody else as well.
I know that that depth that you just talked about has impacted my life directly. And I know that how you have reached out and spoke with me at various times through our friendship, and how that has impacted my life. I know that things are not always easy. We all have
No.
ups and downs, and we peaks and valleys. In the times of those valleys, what keeps you going during the times that are hard?
The hardest times, I have to say God keeps me going, and I know that can sound cliche because I know a lot of people use that, but not growing up in church or having a relationship with Christ, I didn't know any different. I was very independent and had to figure it out myself and depend on myself. But now, in those hard times, in those valley moments, I can depend on Him and not myself. And so that's the number one thing that helps me through. And then just resilience and perseverance and just a willingness to not give up, even when it's hard. Doesn't mean I don't have times when I'm like, I can't take this anymore. But you just have to, we all have those times, but you just have to kick that resiliency in and just keep going, keep walking and not giving up.
I can raise my hand and know that you absolutely do that. There are many times where I felt like I wasn't able to keep up because your perseverance and willingness to push through, and I love that. I love that energy about you. Um, so in being a coach, how important is it for you to collaborate with other coaches?
It is vital. I know that you and I collaborating on different things has amplified both of our businesses so much. Not so much for us, just that it's all about our business, but it's made us each better coaches so that we could better serve our clients and those around us. And so I tell people all the time, find your people. It is important for you to have someone in your same field or not in your same field. It doesn't matter. But I think sometimes coaches can think, oh, we're like competing for the same clients. No, you and I have different clients. I coach women in different aspects of life. You coach married people. We send each other people. It's all about building great relationships with other coaches so that you can serve your clients really, really well. And if you're not a good coach for someone who calls you, then you can help connect them to somebody that you know, and then they're going to trust you by saying, wow, Sarah found me or Mark found me a great coach.
Yeah, so it kind of sounds like putting in your business, the most important aspect is putting people first. And
Yeah,
is that accurate to say, or
1,000%. If you don't have the people, you don't have a business. Like,
yeah,
it's all about the people. The people have to be first. Serving them has to be foundational.
I love that. I love what you just said. Serving people has to be foundational. And
Yeah.
I know just in working with you and your care about your in your business that people are first and serving them comes first. I love that about you.
Thank
Um,
you.
so what is one of the most important aspects of your coaching business?
Um, wow. That's a hard one. The
Mhm.
most important aspect. I mean, it is the people. I mean, that is the most important aspect. But I think there's other things that take part in, having good boundaries with client coach relationships. I think that's very important. And then just being a person of integrity and being the person, modeling the person that you would want in a coach as well. Like being the best version. Don't say you're going to do something and then not do it. Like being a person of high character and integrity. I think those are real important.
That is fantastic, Sarah. And I know just again, I know your integrity and is off the chart. You set the example, and you inspire me many, many times. So I absolutely love that and appreciate your comments in that. How has yeah,
Wait,
go.
I got to put this plug in. I inspire you, but you aspire me.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
I know people that are listening don't know who that is, but your name of your business is Aspire Coaching. And so
We've got a lot of aspiring going on.
we do.
I absolutely love that. How has helping others impacted your life?
I think it helps take the focus of yourself. It's not all about me. You have to learn to become completely selfless when you're serving somebody else. And when you are serving other people, you're not worried about things that may be a problem in your life that really may not be a problem. So I think selflessness is probably the biggest one. Just getting over yourself, because there's a lot of people out there that need help.
I 1000% agree with that. I mean, in working with you, Sarah, you're humble, and I can see when I have a question for you, or I need to say something, or give you a call, you put what you're working on kind of on the shelf, and you focus 100% with me. That is a quality that is so hard to find in other people. That to me is one of the most profound qualities of that I know about you.
Thank you. I think that comes from, I think it's so important to have eye contact with people and see people face to face. That's why I don't really love coaching over the phone. Like if we do it over Zoom, it's because I want to see you face to face. I want you to know that I am very present and listening to you. And you can't do that just on a phone call or in passing.
Absolutely love that. Love that. So, of course, you're interested in coaching other coaches. I know you've shared that with me. And as you learn and work with other coaches, what would you tell someone who is pondering becoming a coach?
Good question. Yeah, I love coaching coaches. And I think for me, I get, I don't know what the right word is. I get excited to see other people do really well and thrive in their craft and what they're doing. And if they're on the fence and you can see it in them, I've talked to several people that didn't think they had what it took. They didn't think they were enough. And there's never enough of anything for anybody. Enough is not enough. And so sometimes you can see that in someone and you know that they have such a powerful story that is going to be vital for somebody else to hear. And so I think if that's something I would share with them, is if they're on the fence about it, you have a story to share and somebody needs to hear it, because people need hope. And this world is so full of darkness and hopelessness, and stories matter. People matter. You matter. If one person like Lila affected my life so much through prayer, you can affect somebody else's life. You may think your story doesn't matter, but it does. So if you're passionate about helping people, and I promise you have a story that can connect with, you may not be coaching couples in finances. You may not be coaching women through health struggles or single moms, but find your niche of where you can be valuable. And if you're not sure where you're valuable, look back over your life and say, what has been the hardest things in my life? Because that's where you're going to be impactful.
That is powerful, Sarah. That is truly, truly powerful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
That is an amazing description and shows the depth and thoughts. I want to sign up for a coaching session.
Yes.
So
let's get it going.
Absolutely. So what are the future plans for Sarah?
I always think I know, and then it changes because apparently God has bigger plans for me than I had for myself. When I had my leather business, I thought that was it. And then it's always changing and evolving. So I coach single moms because I was a single mom. I love coaching coaches because I love encouraging other coaches thrive in their business. They're not a competition to me. I want to see them do well and serve well. And then with people on this aren't going to know, but I have another podcast called Lippy Chalista where I share my health struggles and other women that are going through lipedema. I share those struggles, their stories too. So it's a balancing act. I'm doing the podcast for Lippy Chalista and still doing the coaching, and they kind of go together and intermingle. But future, like not tomorrow, is, I hope to write a book. I mean, that's kind of my thought process. I hope more than anything to be out there speaking to women all over to bring encouragement and hope to them. But it's a process. Everything we do in life doesn't happen overnight. So make goals, make big goals, have dreams, write them down, and take the steps to accomplish them.
I love your courage. I think you're just an amazing, courageous woman who is putting herself out there in hopes of changing and injecting hope for others that may not have had that. I can't say that enough about how courageous you are in taking on that task and being out there for others. Thank you for doing that. And God is working in your life in many, many ways. It naturally comes out, Sarah. Such a beautiful, courageous woman. And so thank you for sharing that. How can women get in contact with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So for coaching, there's a couple of ways you can contact us on our website. It's jacksonlifecoach.com. And there's all the links on there. Instagram, Facebook, email. But if you don't want to go on the website, email is just jacksonlifecoach@gmail.com is one way. And then if you want to learn about lipedema, then go to Lippy Chalista, which is LippyChilista.com. And you can learn all about that on there and my podcast on there as well.
Well, this has just been a real blessing, Sarah, to spend just this time with you. I absolutely enjoy working with you, our friendship, the quality of work that you're doing, the courageousness that you stepped into. God is working in your life and being able, and we can see that and just love your courageous part and God bless you. Thank you for being here today.
Mark, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too.